All right, guys. It's your man, Dark Knight. Our Philadelphia Eagles are victorious 15-12 over the New Orleans Saints. Oh my goodness, what a game. Our defense, the defense saved the day. They saved the offense. It was incredible. It was incredible. It was the unit that we had the least amount of confidence in played the best game today. Out thoroughly outplaying the offense. It was incredible, man. And with that, let's open up with the song. We need a fight song. Everybody's feeling good about this, right?
Let's
Let's
go,
open up.
baby. Let's
Let's
easy.
open up with a fight song, man. Eagles fly.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Shout out to
Philadelphia Eagles.
Saquon. Shout out to Dallas Goddard. I mean, listen, I'm on the couch looking at the TV, listening to you play by play. I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Offense can move up and down the field. We get close, turnover. We get a close skin, turnover. Go for it on fourth down. Don't get it. Kick the field goal. Dallas Goddard, Saquon Barkley. Listen, Saquon didn't have a run in the first quarter. This man turned around, had 17 carries, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that 65-yard long run really uplifted his team. I think that long touchdown did something and turned this offense around. I understand they came back and scored a touchdown, but something went off. Something clicked with that. It's a victory that we need, man.
Man, first of all right, I'm just gonna focus on the positive
I have to.
because there was some stupid ass coaching decisions in that game. But we gonna take this one and celebrate this and enjoy this because it's a miracle. It's a Christmas, it's a holiday miracle. It's no holiday. It's no holiday, but it's a holiday miracle that we came in and upset the New Orleans Saints, who have been averaging 45 points a game, held them to 12 points. And we actually should have had about 20, a good 20, maybe even 30 points today. We
You're
turned
right.
the ball over deep in the red zone. That was one opportunity. Fumbled the ball on their side of the field. That was another. Bad coaching decision on another. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was
I,
horrible.
I, I
But
agree with you. Those decisions were terrible, but we
I
overcome those bad decisions because of the talent.
man, yep, because of the talent. Because and they're going to talk about it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a veteran of sports talk radio, and they are going to be killing Nick tomorrow, even with the win. And I'll take the win though. I'll just listen for entertainment. But I was like, look, it just that you could tell. Excuse me. You could tell that some of these offensive play calls was Nick's calls. It just looked eerily similar. I was like, if we lose this game, it's going to be like an episode of Scooby Doo. We're going to pull at the end of the day. We're going to pull that damn mask off the play caller, and it's going to be Nick under there. And I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
it was just ridiculous. I'm like, this is not Kellen Moore's mo. These type of calls that they were making. I was like, this is not his mo. The decisions to go for it on fourth down. I'm like, that is not Kellen Moore's mo to do that.
No.
What the hell is going on? Oh, they are so lucky they won that game, man. I'm
I mean,
pleased that they won it.
he's still going to get, like you said, you're a veteran of this sports talk show.
Yeah, they going
Listening, it's going to be crazy. They're going to call for his job. They're going to say replace him with anybody. Put Big Dom as a head coach. But you know what? A victory kind of takes that, moves that to the side for another week. Jalen Hurts played believe it or not, without the turnovers, Jalen Hurts played an actually respectable game. Over
Yeah, he
300
did.
yards. His passing percentage was pretty doggone good for somebody that had
Yeah.
all these doggone turnovers. He he had an 88 rating, like 8 yards per attempt. Like he was really doing the thing, man. And it sucked that Devontae went out with the concussion. Lane went out with the concussion. Even Becton went out with the arm injury. So our whole right side of the offense was gone. Our receiver that he looks for is gone. Running back shows up. Tight end shows up. It's a whole team effort. It's a home team effort. And this is what we need moving forward to understand that, you know what? We don't have to try to score on every single big down. You can give it to the running back. You can give it to the tight end. And just for Jalen Hurts, just take what's there moving forward.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. You got me back in the positive mindset right here with that, because that was a gigantic effort by the defense. First of all, the defensive line came with energy today. The defensive, the Georgia boys showed up and showed out today. They did. They showed life. They didn't show life. They injected life into that defensive front four today. That defensive front came to eat today, and they were eating. They were eating, yo. And it was incredible to see. And then to look on the other side of the ball and like, dad, they done switched places now. Like, I don't know, but it seemed like that.
Step. I think Seth calling them out how soft they are. I think that was a catalyst, Dark Knight. I think that was the catalyst to say, you know what? The whole city of Philly right now is calling us soft. We need to go down to Louisiana where they're partying right now for us and show them why we got drafted the way we drafted and why we should be in the running as the best defensive line in the NFL.
And they did, and I'm glad they responded in that way. If they are those type of athletes that do listen to sports talk radio, I'm glad that was the way they responded, instead of recoiling or getting in their feelings. Going out there and proving themselves, taking it as a challenge, is what I wanted to see out of my defensive line, and it looks like that's what they did. Now, on the other side of the ball, yes, we did have some mishaps, but I'm not going to concentrate on that as much as I'm going to concentrate on the fact that we came out of this situation with a win. And it's incredible that we were able to do that with 3 turnovers, multiple sacks, losing our right side of our offensive line, losing our wide receiver 2, and still was able to come out of that game with a win over a top 5 ranked opponent. The Saints have moved into the top 5 because of their first 2 weeks' performance, and we came in already shorthanded with A.J. Brown, and then we were dropping people during the game like flies, and still had the resolve to come through and eke out a win. Goddard steps up, and that just shows you the talent on this team, the depth on this team, and we got a chance to see, what's up next. That was special. That was 2017 like, when we were dropping players throughout the season, and it was always next player up, with the biggest injury being Wentz and Foles stepping into his place and still winning. But we had multiple injuries during that year, and that just reminded me of that. Hopefully these guys will not be out for any significant amount of time, but it was encouraging to see their backups come in and at least play adequate enough for us to get a win out of this. That's a big thing.
You hit the nail on. You hit the nail with the hammer right there, man. Listen, the thing about it is, if you look at what that team did back then, right? Those injuries, they went down. People came in and stepped up. Today, the whole right side, and after that, it was pretty much they only had one sack after that, and it was pretty much Jalen's fault. But besides that, that offensive line, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, opening up that hole for Saquon. Listen, Cam Jurgens, yes. Michelle, I know you're out there. Cam Jurgens is a very, very respectable backup replacement for our Hall of Fame center. And I would say right now, he's going to have a heck of a season when he's not being graded as one of the better centers in the NFL at this current second. But Dark Knight, Zach Bond did it again, 13
Yeah.
tackles.
Yeah.
I now I understand why Devin White is not active.
Yeah.
N'Kobe Dean, like if he was a little bit faster, he would be a much better player. But N'Kobe Dean actually has some good decisions. Um, woo, man, I'm happy. Yo, Q
Yeah.
can play by himself. He has, in order for him to make more money, he
Yeah,
needs
he
to
got
pick
catch.
those passes off, man. He needs to pick those
Yeah.
passes off. Shout out to Reed. I intercept everyone blinkership.
Yeah.
Going intercepts everybody.
that was the door closer right there, man. I'm ecstatic. I am ecstatic because this was not a game. This was a tough game. This was a game that we saw was going to be tough to win, and that's what made it so, because we won it in a tough way. It wasn't like it wasn't. We didn't come out and blow them out. We knew it was going to be an uphill battle, and we fought uphill. We
Yeah.
fought uphill and won that game. And it started with that defense and the defensive attitude, man. And this is the potential that we hope to see from this unit at the beginning of the year when we were just looking at them on paper. This is the hope that we had. What we saw on the field today was the hope that we had envisioned when we saw this team on paper.
Yes.
And you mix in Vic Fangio, we were like, this is what we envisioned when we said, all right, Vic, we got him, we got him. This what we envisioned looking like today.
Yeah.
And it finally looked like that.
He made the proper adjustment by putting the bigger guys on the outside and having them beat down on the tackles instead of them getting beat down by the tackles. And shout out to the Georgia Bulldogs, the Georgia Eagle Bulldogs now. I'm not going to try to say Georgia because, Penn State, we are that's who I rock with. But, Jeremy, see, I'm not disrespecting the defensive line. I love the defense. They played outstanding. Even Bryce Huff, right? Even Bryce Huff had a
Right.
decent, respectable game. He kept the edge. And shout out to Brandon Graham, the older statesman on the team. He actually is the cause of that interception. He's the cause of that interception. That pass rush was effective today in certain situations. That defensive run game was outstanding. If we can stay like this all year to hold the team to 12, was it 12 points? 12 points for a team, Dark Knight, you said was scoring 90 in 2 weeks.
91 points in 2 weeks. They were scoring on 76.9% times they touched the ball, and it was almost like a shutout until we gave up that touchdown. We were pitching a shutout.
They scored in the first quarter. They didn't score again to the fourth quarter when they scored a touchdown and a field goal. That's outstanding defense right there. All we ask you to hold the team to 12 points, right? 10 to 12 points, and let the offense do the rest.
What say you, Queen?
Listen, I'm with Eddie. I need aspirin. I need some antacids. I posted in my ladies football group. I said, if you had told me that Eagles and the Saints would have this low scoring game, to have these mistakes, these penalties, and still put up how many yards? 260 something yards of offense, still win the time of possession.
Yep.
That was stressful on all fronts. The defense made it less stressful because they came to play. Jalen Carter was a monster today.
Yes,
He was an absolute monster today. Quinyon Mitchell was out there holding it up. Slay even held it up.
Yeah, until he got body slammed.
Yes, agreed. But that wasn't cool. Did you see the camera angle from the ground?
Yeah,
I was like, that's not cool at all.
He got pancaked.
No.
Offensive lineman put some syrup on him.
And yes, I was mad with Jalen on the decisions. I was mad with the receivers when Devontae. I was like, that's the easy route, Devontae. You got to stay in front of your defender. I was like, even the announcers on TV said that. Like, come on, bro.
The other thing about that, he said that Tyrann Mathieu was looking down Jalen Hurts, and this is the issue I have with Jalen Hurts sometimes. He looks his receiver down, not noticing that
Yes, he
as a
doesn't look him
defensive back,
away.
as a
Yeah.
defensive back, we're keying off your eyes. So if you're looking this guy down,
Yeah.
it's easy for me to get there. Boom.
Yeah,
It's easy
he
for me to make a
definitely
play.
needs to work on disguising where the play is going with his eyes and with his facial expressions. But let me keep going for a second.
Yes.
I said if we lose this game, I'm not going to be able to defend Nick Sirianni anymore.
They
Because he's
still
not
gonna be
taking-
on his ass
I'm
though.
like, he's not taking the points. I'm
Oh,
like, what are you doing?
oh
What
my
are
God.
you doing not taking the points? I swear I can see why people want to throw stuff and break their TV. Not taking the points. Out of all the mistakes that were made, some of the penalties pissed me off, but not taking the points really just
Right,
that
right.
put
You over
my
the edge.
mind. That
You know what?
that put me over the edge.
That was the confidence he had in his defense, though.
No.
Hey,
He
listen.
couldn't. I mean, he saw. Nah, he couldn't. Nah.
You
I mean,
don't-
the
you don't
defense
do that, you
showed
don't
up
have confidence
defense
in
this week, but
Yeah.
prior to this, man, he didn't have
They
any
just
proof
got to the
that that was
party.
going to
Let's
happen.
be clear.
Right,
Defense
they just got to the party.
They did, and it's a good time to get to the party. It's a good
And
time
I'm
to get to the
telling you,
party.
if this would have gone south, oh my goodness, it was a point in the game when he was making those horrible fourth and whatever decisions to go for it instead of taking the points. I was like, is Nick calling the plays? This is not Kellen Moore MO. This is not his MO. I was like, these are horrible calls right here. Who is doing this? This can't be Kellen Moore. And I was like, this is going to be like a Scooby-Doo episode. If we lose this game, we're going to pull the mask off the play call. It's going to be Nick. I'm telling you, it was horrible. I was like, oh, we can't. We won that game despite, at one point, I thought we were trying to beat ourselves.
Yeah.
We turned the ball over 2 times. And then the coach, between the unfortunate turnovers, the penalties, and then the coaching decisions, it was like we were shooting ourselves in the foot with the automatic weapon. I was like, what the hell's going on?
On all facets.
Yeah.
Like name a position on offense that wasn't going to mess up.
Yeah.
And
I
you
said,
you
this
don't
is
take
incredible.
the points and you don't let Jake get warmed up. He could have been warming up on them little chip shots. You wait till you got the longest field goal you got to take to put him in the
A 60-yarder. And
A
he was still
60-yarder.
short. You know he was still short,
I
right?
know he was
And
short,
he's
but
normally not short on those longer
what
field
would have
goals.
happened if he had been kicking field goals up until then? He
Right.
probably would have
Yep.
made it.
Yeah.
He needs to be
He would've
warmed
been
up
loose.
too.
Right.
Like, come on,
Yeah.
like stop playing.
But shout out to the Giants once again. Even though they got a victory today, shout out to the Giants. We appreciate y'all for giving us Saquon. Yes, I say
Yes,
even though
yes,
we brought him,
Yeah, shout out to them.
we got
for
him in
getting a
free
victory,
agency.
too.
But shout out to the Giants because Saquon has been the savior to our offense. Let's be honest.
I mean, who won?
The Giants won.
Who they play?
They play Cleveland.
Okay, all right, that's what's up.
Shout out to Monique Neighbors, got me good fantasy points.
All right, I'm losing by 11, but I think I got some good people coming up.
Mm.
All right. Yeah, I got some good people coming up. All right.
So
cool,
I'm gonna
cool.
tell you about the injuries real quick. Britton Covey went out with a shoulder injury.
Mhm,
We already know Devontae Smith out with concussion.
mhm.
Lane Johnson, they said he had flu-like symptoms, but also he went out with a concussion. Mikael Becton was out with the he wasn't actually ruled out. He was questionable return. He had an arm injury. All this stuff can be rectified this rest of the week. And all these players with the concussions, they have to go to the concussion protocol, which takes about 3 days. And no news on AJ Brown yet, which is good news. So
Yeah.
he said he would be out for 2 weeks.
He
And I
seemed
trust
like
he
he
knows his
was
body.
itching. You see when they showed his face, I
Yeah,
was like, he is chomping at the bit. Like these motherfuckers.
I mean,
Who?
Ju-
Who's
Ju-
that?
AJ Brown.
Brown.
You know
Oh,
he
yeah,
hates
yeah,
being
yeah,
on
yeah.
the sideline.
My-
You can feel it.
Yeah.
my thing about it, if it's still a little tender
That
in this
comment
next
right there.
game, we got a bye coming up quickly. After the fourth game, we got a bye right after
That's
the fourth
true.
game. So
That's true. That's
if
true.
we're able to hold up against who we play next.
Tampa Bay.
Oh
For
no,
once, the early
need
bye
AJ
works
Brown
out in
up,
our
man.
favor right now.
Yeah.
we
Feel
need
me?
we need AJ Brown
Yeah.
for this game because for some reason The Buccaneers. Well, we beat the Buccaneers during regular season. It's just during the playoffs we don't beat them. But
That's always been a problem, even
um,
before Jalen and this whole regime.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Go back to Donovan with that.
oh my goodness. So I hope that Brayton Colby is all right. I hope he didn't mess anything up with the shoulder. I'm pretty sure Lane Johnson and Devontae Smith will be back. Probably for next week. Hopefully they get out of concussion protocol. And Mikael Becton, we don't know anything about that besides the shoulder arm injury.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and that's a great point Brendan makes, and the
Yes,
comment
he
is on the
does.
screen. Can we
Talk
talk
about it,
about those
Brendan.
jobs?
oh,
The replace old
absolutely.
line did a phenomenal job.
Fred Jackson.
And,
Was it Fred
Oh.
Johnson?
I didn't even know who they were.
I don't
I
even
was
know
like,
who
well,
they
where
were.
they been? Because
Yeah,
they blocking.
yeah, that's
Oh,
and that's a testament to the
Fred
job
Johnson.
they did to
Thomas
not
King,
know
yeah.
who that they were in the game. Because I was like, at one point, I was like, yo, did Lane come back? Because I didn't, because nothing was going wrong. I was like, yo, he must be back. And they was like, no, Lane's out. I'm like, oh, he's not in? Oh, my goodness, that dude's doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? So that's a testament to the depth and the roster that Howie's put together, man. Becton going out, big guy. I hope he's okay. But, Steen coming in and handling the job. And that left side of the line, they leaned a little bit more on that. That was the side that they ran Barkley on for that touchdown. So,
2 touchdowns on that side. Both touchdowns
yeah.
on that side. And a 2-point conversion on that side.
yeah.
I mean,
So
listen.
they lead to their strengths, man. And
Sure.
I just got to give them a lot of credit for winning through that adversity. Because that was a
Period.
lot of adversity. I just
It
named
was.
it. Penalties. Penalties, turnovers, bad coaching decisions, injuries. Through all of that, they still were able to take down a top 5 ranked team in the league, averaging 45 points, and we held them to 12. That's phenomenal. This defense held them to 12.
Y'all get on my nerves.
No, the play of Fred Johnson, because it's Fred Johnson. His play at that right tackle when Lane went out, you didn't realize that Lane was gone at one point. I mean, besides if you just look at, but besides that, like his play style was on par with Lane Johnson. He even got a false start penalty because he kicked back just like Lane does.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I saw that.
But
I
can
was
we
like, oh.
can we talk about going back to the defense? How they made Derek Carr pay for every throw he made.
Mhm.
He was
Yeah.
always getting hit. That second half of the game, they were hitting him as he was throwing the ball on almost every pass play. They made themselves felt
Yep.
today. They made themselves felt, and that's what they got hands on him. Even as he's releasing the ball, he may make the catch, but guess what? You felt that though, bro.
Mhm.
didn't
Yep,
you?
yep, yes, he
And
did.
that eventually will wear on a quarterback. So I love that about the defensive line. Jalen Carter was in it today. He was heated. He had Nick Sirianni press up on
Yes,
him
he
like, back
was.
up, bro. You had an outstanding game. Go sit your butt on the sideline. We don't need all that. But
Yo,
it was
Mr.
amazing.
Jones said Carter out there trying to get drug tested. He was out there trying.
You know he gonna have a slip in the locker room.
He is, because he was
Last year.
beasting. He was
Yeah.
beasting.
Yeah, he was beasting. He was throwing people around, man. That I'm telling you, for a slight second, like if you like squint your eyes, like if you just squint your eyes, that look a little like the '92 D line out there. I was like, yo, they getting at him.
You gotta
I
squint
was
your
like,
eyes a
they was
lot.
getting at him.
Wait a minute, you gotta squint your eyes a lot.
No, big.
They play.
No, Davis came up that middle and got that sack. Davis was in on damn near every tackle
Yeah.
Carter was
Nah.
in.
He
You
No.
look
was-
at that again, yo. They was
He
getting
was
at it.
there.
They
He
were
was
tag
there.
teaming it.
They were.
They
They
didn't
were.
finish the game strong, but like in that first half, I was like, yo, they getting at it.
They
was-
held with 219 pass total yards offense, so that's always good. They held him under 100 yards total rush. They held Derek Carr under 150 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, if you just look at the stats,
I
you
rest
say,
my
oh,
case. If
If
that
you look
don't
at
look 92-ish, I don't know what does.
if you look at the stats, it's like, oh man, this Philadelphia Eagles defense did the number because they last week. I'm just thinking it's a week to week situation when it comes
Yeah.
to games in the NFL. You know,
Yeah.
they say any given Sunday for a reason because last week 44 points against the Dallas Cowboys team. You know, you don't just say, "Oh my, that was just on a whim." No, they literally legitly look unstoppable. Legitly look unstoppable.
Yeah, that was
And
true.
if we continue to play with the zeal that we play with the eagerness on defensive line, and our back four start holding up, as a secondary. I mean, there were some opportunities that were missed by our secondary when Keely Ringo came in there and they hit that pass right over the middle to Chris Olave, then that touchdown to Chris Olave. That was basically the main person they were going to all game, main receiver all game. If we can just short it up a little bit, because I would love to see Isaiah Rodgers in there. I want to see what he can do. I don't understand
Yep.
why he's not playing. I know he's still got a hand injury. That's probably why he's not playing, but he did have a fracture on hand, so that's probably why he's not playing yet. But I want to see these guys get more in the face of these receivers because they can run with all receivers in the league.
Yeah.
Wow, that was incredible defense. Oh,
Yes.
look at that.
Yes,
Incredible. I'm
you-
looking at the stats. That
No,
man.
listen, and look at both sides of the stats.
You see
Goddard
that?
had 170 yards.
And we had 172 on the ground, yo.
Yep.
What? So
Yep.
what? We have 400 yards.
We had 400 and yes.
Yeah, 450.
Yep, 450. I mean, the thing about the offense is can be
460 to
efficient.
be exact.
The offense can be efficient. It's the thing about the turnovers that needs to stop.
Yes.
Like after this week, it needs to. That need to be it need to be a time when he have practice where he's work on not throwing the ball over, not turning the ball over.
Oh no,
this is scary.
I'm treating Jalen like Omar Epps. Remember the movie where they made him walk
program?
around holding the
The
ball?
program?
The program.
Yeah,
I'm treating Jalen
yeah.
like Omar Epps all week.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
when you got the ball, you ain't running with it like a loaf of bread. I'm making him carry that ball to class, home, to dinner with his girlfriend, all of that. Sorry, fiance. You can't be rolling around with the ball like a loaf of bread like that. You should know better.
Yeah, facts.
But
look, that's go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I like that we got Saquon more involved and he did break that long run. But we got more or less lean on our run time, on run game a lot more than we have. They only have 25 rushes and 17 went to the running back and 8 of them went to the quarterback who, on terms takes his own opportunities. And nobody else touched the rock as a running back. Nobody else touched the rock as a running back here. And I don't like to see that. You got these guys here for a reason. Utilize them so you can keep everybody.
Nah, I don't need to see
long
that. I mean, 17 rushes is not a lot, first of all. So that's very efficient to give him only 17 touches and he gets 140. That's very efficient. And that's within the scope that you want to keep him at if you want to save him.
21 catches.
If you want to save him,
yeah.
That's perfect. Now, giving them 25 rushes would probably be like, all right, we running them too much. 17, I think that was perfect.
But 8 for Jalen. Like, you got to.
But Jalen calls his own.
He shouldn't be calling his own. Those 8 that he had could have been another running back taking at least 4 of those, right? But you know what? We got to win.
We're still tripping with the penalties, as Miss Denise is saying now too.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
At the worst time, how do we break the huddle with 12 people?
I mean, yeah, you're right. Like, yo. Think about it. If you think about it, 460 yards should, on a normal game, should yield more than 15 points.
Yeah,
you get 460 yards, that should yield more than 15 points. So that tells you how bad we were shooting ourselves in the foot when we gained 460 yards and only had 15 points.
Because there's no gray area with this team. Every game is we're going to break a stat and we're going to get the lowest stat. We're going to get the highest stat in the league in this and we're going to get the lowest stat. There's no gray area. We can't get, can we just get the middle stats and more even play around the box? But they are so opposite ends of the spectrum and different facets of the game. That's what's really killing us. That's what really kills the score that Dante talked about, is because you can't have one without the other. You can't have the turnovers and you putting up 460 points. You know what I'm saying? You can't have all those penalties that kill a drive that keep you from getting the points. You can't not take the points when you're right there to kick a field goal.
We left a lot of points in that field.
That's
Even though we
big
got the
too.
victory.
He playing. I think somebody on my in the chat was saying he's like they called him Xbox Sirianni. He out here playing Xbox. it's like Xbox Sirianni going to blow the damn game
Well,
for
he,
him.
he needs to
And
start
that's
playing
what he's
PlayStation. That's what he needs to start doing. Be more efficient playing PlayStation. All right.
Look, he was making Madden moves on it. I'm like, yo, what is he doing? Take the points. This is not Madden.
Yo,
Oh,
real talk. If he had just taken the points, the game, even the end
Yep.
of the game would have been different.
Yeah.
yep.
That
Oh,
was
my
6
God.
points that you didn't take.
Mm-hmm. Boy,
Well, we are. It's a good thing we can.
But
can
we
celebrate.
won. I don't
Yeah,
care
we
what
won.
y'all say. We won.
Yeah.
yeah. We gonna
I
break
ain't
it
gonna
down. We
take
gonna
it.
talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna break it down.
Yeah.
They gave me a bunch of gray hair, but we won, and I was happy. I was happy how both sides of the ball showed up on those final drives when
Yes.
it mattered the
Mhm.
most.
Yes,
Period.
both sides, man. Goddard, and I remember on our Thursday show, somebody when we asked what's the path to win, somebody said time of possession and get Goddard involved.
And did we do both of those?
And did we do both of those?
Yes, we did. We had time of possession at the half.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
we
mean,
were killing them.
we literally that whole game, you were the better team. We were the better
Yes.
team. Period. It was no question about the physicality of the team. We was more physical than they were. We wanted more, even with the penalties, even with the turnovers and,
Talk about
and the
it.
missed opportunities that we had. We were the better team on that field today,
Mhm.
hands down. You cannot deny that. And the
Mhm.
better team won. The more physical team won. The team that wanted it more won. Now, don't get me wrong. The Saints might be the only loss of the season. How good they could be, but if our defense plays like they played today, it's going to be a tough task with any team.
Oh my goodness.
Moving forward, if
Yes,
our offense,
They was
the
smelling
second half,
themselves.
of the game, if our offense starts to play like that, like they played in the fourth quarter, just getting these points, getting these things done, be
Mhm.
efficient, running the ball, it's going to be a tall task. The past 2 weeks, this offense is, we
Sputtered.
averaged 27.5 points a game. Because
Yeah.
of the 34 in the first game, the 21 in the second game. But we put points on the board. We were just worrying our defense to pick up. Now that our defense picked up, now we need our offenses to
That's
start
right.
continue to do their thing and be efficient.
Yeah.
Be
No
efficient.
days off though. We can't.
No.
They can't show
That
up this
was
week.
a
Meaning
cheap
the
shot, yes.
defense. That was a cheap shot. I did want to speak to that. That was a cheap shot, yo.
It was.
He
On him
reminded
and
me a
Slay.
little bit of him. Yeah. Remind me of
This Slay.
Well, no, the
People have
Slay. I mean, the
mixed
Slay
emotions
joint.
on
Uh-huh.
Slay getting hurt. Is
He-
that terrible?
Say
He got
what?
pancaked. He got pancaked.
I said
And that's the
he
offensive
did.
lineman being very aggressive.
I
mean,
know. You're
if that
not
was
the
our guy, I'd be very happy for him being, being
Yeah,
that aggressive, taking a guy down to the end of the play. But you know what?
he pushed him past his own coaches though. Your own coach
Yeah.
would be like, yo, bro,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to go across this line.
Come on.
He didn't even try and
Those
stop him.
fantasy
He just
points.
got out the way.
That dude he reminded me of John Runyon. That guy, I was
did.
like,
He did. That was
I was
such
like,
a
that was
John
Runyon, like right there.
Yeah,
Runyon
that
would
was
have
such
took
a
it
John
there.
Runyon move. I was very happy to see, Goddard across the middle. I think we need to see that more. I also think we need to see Jalen under center more and having Saquon run downfield and stop. I don't want to see another pitch pass, another bubble
Yeah.
screen, another pop pass,
Yeah, I hate that.
another toss. All of those plays suck. Every last one of them. We never execute them right because we never have defenders out there. So why do we keep running them?
Mhm.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't want to see no combination of those plays this season, but they stay doing it.
They're gonna stay running. Listen.
Hey, sometimes you
this
gotta
game
do
is-
it just to
it's
mix it up
It's chess, not checkers. And sometimes you
Yeah.
got
I
to
get it, but
Because
they
to
never
make them
work.
think.
You know where that
Yeah.
opened up? That opened up the deep over route to Dallas Goddard that
Right.
Hurts hit over and over and over today. You hit that over route over and over and over today. The crossing routes it was set up by other plays in between. Shout out to Dallas Goddard, but he's slow as molasses. He's slow as blast.
You saw him, I
He
was
running.
like,
He got tired. I see. Listen,
he
tap
did.
Yeah.
And I was like, stop looking to the side. You're slowing yourself down.
Yeah,
Look ahead
yeah.
and look to the side when you feel somebody's coming.
Well, we should replace the RPO with the PO, the pass option.
Yeah, just
All
a
right.
pass
If you're
option.
going to hand it to the running back or you're going to throw the pass, do not run it no more Jalen Hurts because we opened the game with that and you got lost yards. I didn't see it anymore. It might have ran it again, but I didn't see it anymore after that first drive. This offense has a lot to work on. Hopefully, we get everybody healthy again and get Jahan Dotson involved, please. Please get
Yeah,
another Penn State guy involved because he can do a lot for this offense. But he did run the wrong route, which was why we gave the ball back on a punt. But anyway, a victory is a victory. It's a good opportunity to break this game down, and I can't wait.
Yeah, sometimes I
man.
think Dickerson gives up on his block way too soon. I wouldn't call any of these gentlemen trash.
No,
Haven't
he's
done
not
that
trash.
yet.
Dickerson put somebody in the dirt today. A few guys in the
Mhm.
dirt. They were peed over at him.
No, he's a nasty dude. I like Dickerson. He's a nasty dude. Oh man, what a wonderful win! I cannot stress enough how enjoyable that was. Even though it was a nail biter, it seems to be more enjoyable when it's your team. It's a nail biter and they come out on top. Not
Yeah.
so much so you're watching it, but I enjoyed it because we came out on top. And to see the resurgence of the defense is just it warms my heart, man. To see them bounce back like that in that manner, because today was going to say a lot to me. I talked about in the pregame, like, are they going to recoil or are they going to take the challenge and go out there and play like they had fire lit on their ass? You know what I'm
They
saying? And
did.
they went out there and
They
they
just
did
messed
that.
up, but
So,
they played with the level of intensity we wanted to see.
Yes.
They
Right.
wasn't giving up. You know what I'm saying? They didn't let the bad plays stop them from executing good plays right immediately after that. So
Mhm.
kudos to them for being resilient, through all of this. They didn't, they were a little flat in the beginning, but I don't think it was a lack of intensity. I think it was a lack of positioning and just being out of whack and not
Yeah.
gelled together. You feel me?
Yeah. I do believe that too. I just believe that they.
Because they was chipping today. That defense was chipping.
Mhm.
There's little scuffles, little pushing, a lot of mouth talking. They was chipping today. I think they came to play, and I think New Orleans didn't know
yeah.
how we travel. And I'm not talking
Yo.
about our fans. I'm talking about our team. Like, because our fans are there, we treat it like it's a home game. So we're not gonna. Y'all can scream all you want.
Yeah.
I wish
Oh,
I
my
was down
God.
there right now. I wish I was down there right now. That party is gonna be something crazy on Bourbon Street. It's gonna be nothing but a flock of eagles down
Right
there.
now. It's
Celebrate.
going on right now.
It is.
And, oh my God! That was one of them. That's one of them. That's what I'm talking about with
Yeah.
games. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see them come. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Uh-huh.
Let me
That's
put
what
this
I'm
comment
talking
up.
about.
This is what I mean by hyperbolic. Bench Hurts and fire Sirianni. This is the most absurd, ludicrous thing you could say on a week 3 win. On a week 3
Belichick.
win, when we still had stats and numbers. Dumb.
Bill
Dumb.
Stan.
That's not how the NFL works or professional coaching works. That's hyperbolic and emotional. Why are you men
Hold on.
always so
That's my
emotional?
man Stan.
Stan
Stand
was on
down. Stand down.
Stan was on it.
Stand
On
down.
So
Stan was in.
emotional.
He was.
And
He
we're
was in
emotional?
the game
Y'all are
chat.
really
chat.
Yeah, he was in the game chat saying, "Yo, I gotta get rid of Hurts." It's Bill. He been saying the
If
same
you're
thing
looking
the
at the last
whole
year,
game.
you would look at the whole win. He still got more wins than losses. Make it make sense
We
to me.
can't look at last year because we look at last year when we say
Yeah, we can.
That's
we
what
worried
Stan
about
the
stuff
Man
last
said.
year.
That's
We
what
can't
Stan the Man said.
because
We
their
worried
coach
about
Dennis
last year.
Allen, whose team started off hot this year, right, has a losing record over that same amount of time that we had Nick Sirianni. So don't give me, we need to fire Sirianni. Let this year play out, see what happens. Does he need to be in more control and make better decisions on these opportunities to get points? Absolutely. Take the points when you can get it. This is not last year's team. This is a different year. It's a different team.
But you don't
Take
fire
the
coaches
doggone
over that,
points.
Stan. You fire them if they keep doing this shit all year. Excuse me.
Mhm.
Come on.
Okay.
Not
All right.
nobody needs this kind of drama on week 3
And
of
we're
benching your
2-1.
quarterback
We're
and
2-1.
and getting rid of your coach. Make that make sense to me, y'all. Make it make sense. It doesn't. No
Oh, he
owner
gonna,
in the league would ever do that in life.
He gonna hear it though. He listened to they gonna give it to him. You know, that's just
Oh,
they
they gonna get their asses
They
handed
gonna
on
give it-
sports radio. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, they gonna hear that. As much as we
Call
talk about
WIP
this,
with that mess stand. That's what you
Yeah.
can do. They entertain that stuff. We know that's not realistic, but you can call WIP.
No,
and tell them
last
all
year
that.
does not count. All right, last year is over. What you did last year doesn't reflect on what you're doing tomorrow, does it? At all?
Oh,
nah.
look,
So-
Rachel, somebody that's pragmatic. Look at the women coming
was
with the
literally about to
normal
say that.
comments.
I was literally about to say that.
Normal
Preseason over.
comments. Preseason over. I expect much better going forward. Jalen's fine. Let's just keep going. Pragmatic, not emotional, very demure.
We continue to share Stan. He's not backing down. I appreciate that from Stan.
Continuity.
Oh, man.
All right,
Yeah,
I gotta
very
get out of here.
emotional.
Yeah,
Yep.
me too.
I gotta take my
We
boy
love
back
you
to
though,
the
Stan.
train thing.
Keep them comments
I
coming.
was gonna do laughing at the mirror. I was gonna do another shot, but I'm still hungover. So shout out to our Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes, go
Yes,
Birds.
yes.
Go ahead and do another shot for me, please, because I can't. I'm going to take a nap. I'll see y'all on the flip side.
I'm gonna go dig into the rest of my dinner in this Ravens Cowgirls game.
Yes, I will do
Talk
the
trash
same.
about
You
ladies.
guys, we're gonna leave out of
65-yard
here.
field goal?
Say what? What was it?
He hit a 65-yard field goal.
Oh, who did?
Wow,
For
the Dallas Kickers. Yeah, he
Oh
did.
wow.
What the
No, he's
heck?
a good kicker. I feel
They
like I
kicking
know
out.
that for some reason.
Oh my
Aubrey.
goodness.
All right, so we're gonna
Yeah,
see you
blow 'em out.
guys on Thursday and break down this game and get ready for the next game. What a win by Philadelphia Eagles today. Let's go out with the fight song. We'll see you guys Thursday. Peace. Eagles.
Yes, sir.